What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the difference between a low fade, a mid fade, and a high fade. So let's go. So I'm going to be showing you guys different tips and tricks I use to make sure I do the right fade, and we're going to start off with the low fade. Alright, with the low fade you want to keep everything low, and when I start with my bald guideline, I usually start at the bottom of the sideburn. So right here I'm showing you where I would start my mid fade, which would be at the corner of the eyebrow, and then my high fade, which would be at the top of the C cup. Because with the high fade you have no C cup, and with the mid fade I usually have like half a C cup, and then with the low fade I usually have the full C cup. So with the low fade I usually start off with my first guideline, which I usually go up an inch. I usually do this with all fades. Alright, so with my last guideline with the low fade, I usually end it right at the corner of the C cup. So that would be with my number 2 guard. And that's how I know where to end my fade. And after that, it's just clipper over comb. So at the corner of the C cup, that's where I usually end my low fades. So when you're lining up the low fade, you have to line up the whole C cup. Just because you kept everything low and there's more hair right there, you have a full C cup to line up, and this helps you make sure you did a low fade. So this is how the low fade came out. As you guys can see, we kept everything low and you have the full C cup, and now we're gonna move on to the mid fade. Alright, so if I was to be doing a low fade, I would start right here at the bottom of the sideburn. But since this is the mid fade, I'm starting at the corner of the eyebrow. So I'm going to set my bald guideline at the corner of the eyebrow. So the fading process is the same with all fades. I'm going up an inch with the no guard. And as you guys can see, we only have half a C cup, so I'm just gonna keep that a little darker. And after the no guard open, we're gonna go with the 1 guard close, and we're going a half an inch. And then after this one, we go with the 1 guard open, and we go another half an inch. So our last guideline is gonna be with the 2 guard open, and we're going up an inch. And this is the same for all fades: low fade, mid fade, high fade. These are the same steps. So the low fade would end it right here at the top of the C cup, but the mid fade is gonna end up halfway up the corner boxes. Alright, when lining up a mid fade, you only have half of the C cup. Since this is a higher fade, we only have to line up half of the C cup. So this is how the mid fade came out, and as you guys can see, it's not too high, it's not too low, and you still have half of the C cup. So now we're going to move on to the last fade, which is the high fade. So with the low fade, we would have started at the bottom of the sideburn. With the mid fade, we would have started at the corner of the eyebrow. But with the high fade, we're starting at the top of the C cup. Alright, since we're starting our bald guideline at the top of the C cup, we have no C cup for this fade, and we only have the side boxes. So with the no guard open, we're going to go up an inch. So to fade up to the 1 guard, I use the 0 guard halfway closed, and after that I come back with the 0 guard completely closed. So with the high fade, it's going to end at the top of the box. Just make sure it's below the parietal ridge. Alright, so when we're lining up the high fade, we have no C cup, so we're just lining up the boxes. Alright, so this is how the high fade came out, and with the high fade we keep everything high, and we have no C cup, we just got the boxes. Alright, so I'm going to quickly show the low fade, mid fade, and high fade back to back, just so you guys can see the difference. Alright, that's it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And other than that, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Peace out.